I'm actually from Mangalore originally. So the Kantara story is what I've seen and heard of growing up.
It's not the first time Hrithik sir is supporting my movies.
Yeah.
He had released Minnal Murali's teaser also.
It's a triple role.
It's
How
a
did you
triple
do that?
I keep asking that question to myself. Playing three characters, that's something that the first words came out of my mouth. That's something that Kamal Hassan sir does.
I don't think they ever lied to me about that. From the day one, I knew that I will have very less screen time, especially compared to my other films.
He's blushing.
And I don't know how to
You're
respond.
not good with
when-
compliments.
I love getting compliments,
Yeah.
but I don't know how to respond.
Yeah, me too.
For me, my father is a lawyer. Even if I give a flop movie, it doesn't affect him. I'm expecting a change in the mindsets of the people.
Yeah.
Hereafter, nobody will dare to do that again.
It's very, very unfortunate that it took so long.
long.
It took all these bad experiences to make it happen.
Hello everyone, welcome to Showsha. I am Titas Chowdhury in conversation with Tovino and Krithi Shetty.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Great.
All good. I'm sure you're busy promoting your film ARM in Bombay, but did you get the time to go out and about in the city?
So I'm actually born and brought up from Bombay.
Oh,
So I just
I
went
didn't get much time.
so where were you born in Bombay?
I live right here, pretty close, like half an hour from this hotel.
Oh, great. So I think then you can actually take him out,
Yeah, for
for
sure.
these vada
But
pav
this has to
treats.
get over and
Yeah.
we
I
have
think
to.
we were doing interviews till 9
Yeah, yesterday we did it
Wow,
till 9.
9.
Yeah.
From 9 in the morning almost.
Yeah.
Pretty hectic.
And I had not
Yeah.
slept also. I traveled from
Yeah.
Cochin. I had a 5:30 flight and I had a function to attend the day before. So I slept yesterday night. Day before yesterday, I didn't sleep.
Okay.
So, I only joined promotions yesterday, but he has been doing his bit for a week. So I was not even sure if I should recommend. I was like, just go home and sleep.
No, but anyway, you can always do it when
Yeah.
you
Yes.
wrap all this up. And let's talk about the film. I've seen the teaser. It's very, very interesting. Something we haven't seen before. So tell me, off late, a lot of focus is on generating locally sourced content. Making films that are rooted, as going as local as possible, basically.
Mhm.
How important is it for you as actors to be telling these stories when you know especially that it's going to have a pan-Indian release?
Forget Pan Indian. The movie
Yeah.
has to be good. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
And in Kerala, in northern Kerala, there are a lot of myths and such stories which are not made into cinema yet. Almost every other district in Kerala, we all have this myths and beliefs, and a lot of stories were made out of myths or beliefs in different parts of Kerala. But I think towards northern Kerala, towards Kasaragod, and then from Kasaragod, the next district is not in Kerala, it's in Karnataka, Mangalore. That's where Kantara and all happens. So we have a lot more to explore. And we have seen many movies which happens in cities and normal towns and other villages. But these kind of village stories, I think they are the least explored.
Yeah.
And when we are making a movie which has elements of magical realism in it, it's already unrealistic. So keeping it grounded might help it to keep it believable or relatable, like how in Minnal Murali the
Yeah,
superhero
absolutely. I was just thinking about
superhero was
Yeah,
rooted.
Yeah.
See, we have seen superheroes flying around, running around in the US, in New York. So if we are trying and doing the same thing over here in a metro city, it's nothing new. Only the city changes, the story will not be different. But when we placed it in a village, the feel was different.
Yeah, absolutely.
And at the same time, what I found very exciting is I'm actually from Mangalore originally. So the Kantara story is what I've seen and heard of growing up. So such stories are extremely exciting for me because you really don't know where the fantasy starts or ends. You really don't know how much of it is real and how much isn't.
Yeah.
And when I heard the story, I felt the same way. It's like the stories that we hear growing up. And that I think is very, very exciting. And like he said, it's very unexplored also.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's also a matter of pride, when you have these stories, these, folk tales or legends that are set locally rooted, and especially when they travel the world. I mean, look at an RRR, all of that. It's a matter
Yes.
of great pride.
That's
and then
true.
you spoke about Kantara. I mean, it got a national award, so I
Yes.
think that's a great thing. I also heard that, so since the film is releasing in different languages, so there were actors like your, Nani, there was Hrithik Roshan, there was Lokesh Kanagaraj, who had unveiled the teasers,
Teasers, yes.
right, in different languages.
Yes.
Tell me, what does it mean to have this kind of support from across the country, from your peers?
I'm part of Malayalam industry,
Yeah.
which is a part of Indian industry. That's how I see it.
Hmm.
And it's not the first time Hrithik sir is supporting my movies.
Yeah.
He had released Minnal Murali's teaser also. So it will be a great, for them it's just a share, but for us it will be a great help to reach more audience. Malayalam industry, we don't have a strong distribution system all over here, and we generally don't get solid distributors to distribute our movies over here. But with this movie, we are getting, like this year beginning, RDG with them also did that. This year, for this movie, we are getting distributors like AA Films, Anil Taran sir, Maitri in Telugu speaking states, and in Karnataka it's Hombale who's distributing. So probably in my movies, this must be the first movie which is being distributed properly, like a regular movie release in every state. This is the first time we are doing it, and that happened because of the support from many of them. And we wanted people to know that this movie is coming out. For that, if I put up the post or story or anything, I'll share the trailer, but only my followers or people who knows me are going to know that. When other actors from other bigger industries, when they share it, actors and directors, like how Lokesh Kanagaraj, he did it. So then we are reaching to more people, and they are being part of this movie to helping us promote this movie, because they also felt there is something in this movie which people are going to like it.
Yeah.
So that's a great support from their part. We'll always be grateful.
Yeah. It also, I think, shows a great sense of brotherhood, right?
Yeah, that's what I told first. Yeah. We all are part of Indian film industry.
Sure.
Probably India is the only country which has this many film industries.
True, actually.
But when you're looking at India from a different country, there is this Indian film industry which includes all the film industries in India. So there is this brotherhood, obviously, we have.
You spoke about Hrithik Roshan just now. I think you also have a connection with him, because, please correct me if I'm wrong, you had a small appearance in Super 30.
I can't call it an appearance.
It was just
because
a
it was very
blink and miss.
insignificant to be one. But yeah, it was.
So how did that film happen then?
I mean, I don't think to be one amongst the crowd, it has to happen. Like, the thing is, I had done advertisements, like a few advertisements by then, and I had done a very small, again, insignificant role in a series, like, and at that point, I was very curious as to how films are made. Even though I didn't intend to be an actor, I was very curious. I really wanted to be on a film set, see how things are made and all these things. I think I was just curious then, and then I think I manifested it in a way, and I had this opportunity to be on one and observe, like just from a third person point of view, where I actually had nothing significant to do. I was just there, and then it was wonderful to observe how actors are, how actors work, how a director directs and controls the set. Like, that was a pretty big set actually. And then how a film is made, how the technicians work, how a cinematographer works, and all these things I got to experience from a third person point of view. And I'll always be very, very grateful to that experience, even though I never thought that it would be anything important or anything people would recognize me for, but quite a few people have talked about it. But this is it. I mean, this is all I saw it as.
Yeah, but look at the journey from there to now. Hrithik Roshan actually launching the teaser in one of the languages.
I don't think I would have ever expected. I think for me, those are the most beautiful moments, because even my first film song releasing, people telling me they like me, everything is very, very surreal, because first I never expected it, and every moment is so much bigger when you don't really have many expectations.
Yeah.
When you are just living it by the day, I think every experience becomes more beautiful, and this is something I wouldn't have expected, and that's what made it much more beautiful, I think.
Yes, I'm sure. You played 3 characters in the film. It's a triple role.
It's
How
a
did you
triple
do that?
I keep asking that question to myself. See, these
That
3
is
characters.
being humble.
No, these 3 characters. When the director first told me that I'm going to play 3 characters, I tried to convince him, saying, "Let's cast 2 others. One I'll do. For the other 2 characters, we'll find someone
You said
brilliant."
this?
I said that first because he's a friend of mine. We know each other since 2014. So the script pattern is like that. So they convinced me, and I agreed to do it. Again, I was not very confident. Like playing 3 characters, that's something that the first words came out of my mouth. That's something that Kamal Hassan sir does. So I consider him as a great actor. So when we think of it like that, I consider myself as a very small actor compared to him. So I was not very confident.
It's very interesting what you said, because the possibility of playing 3 different characters by a single actor would really excite them. But here you are like, I think you should bring other actors in. Which is very...
See, I could have easily used a wig, acted the same way in 3 different characters, and I look different. It could have been an easy job, but I wanted this movie to be special, and I wanted this to work. I wanted my performances to be convincing. Sure. I didn't want to laze around on sets and get money, go home. That's not how I work. That's not how I want to work.
Yeah. Krithi, from the surface of it, this is a Tovino Thomas film. So, when the script came your way, was there ever a thought that, what space is there for me as a female actor in this film?
I mean, I don't think they ever lied to me about that. From the day one, I knew that I will have very less screen time, especially compared to my other films. And I mean, it was still lovely enough. The story, the way the character was designed and everything. I never had that doubt, or I never felt bad about it. I just wanted really badly to be a part of this vision. And I was very grateful it came my way and that I will get to.
Yeah. Right. I think one thing, sort of this common thread between the two of you, please correct me if I'm wrong.
Adding to that, actually, after I saw like a glimpse from his other look, I was very, very excited because, he is an actor who is worth giving 3 roles in the same film too.
I agree.
Yeah, so...
Thank you.
He's blushing.
I don't know how to respond.
You're not good with compliments.
I love getting compliments, but I don't know how to respond.
Yeah, me too.
Please correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding of this common thread between the two of you is that, so both of you are not from film families, right?
No.
No connections to films whatsoever. The first generation in your family who's acting, basically.
Yeah.
You have been working, for so long in the Malayalam film industry. You have been working, in the Telugu film industry. Now, these 2 industries, much like a lot others, are known, for their film families. I don't want to use the N word, but because a lot has been spoken about it, I'm not getting into it. I just want to understand, does it get especially a little more difficult when you have, families and generations of them? I'm sure the struggle is manifold then.
So from my industry, from my experience, there are two sides of it. Like when you are from a family which has movie background, your first film might happen very easily.
Sure.
But second and third and your career depends on how good you are. For outsiders, the first film is very hard to get, very hard to happen. But once you prove yourself, again, it depends on how your career, it depends on how good you are. So probably the head start, they might be getting the head start. In the first movie, they might be getting it. But there is this other side for it. So when they are from, the actor who is acting, who has his family members who are actors, the problem is there will be a comparison always.
Always.
Yeah, if an actor's son becomes an actor, people expect the son to be as good as his father's current performances in his first movie. I mean, in this newcomer actor's first movie, people will expect the best performance that his father has given in 10 or 20 years. Imagine that pressure. For me, my father is a lawyer. Even if I give a flop movie, it doesn't affect him. Or he'll not ask me, why did you make me look bad? No, it's not that. But if my father is an actor, he'll ask me, why, you are supposed to make me proud. Why did you do this? So there are two sides for it. And all the actors who got such head starts, I have friends among them, and I know they are in the industry, they are in this position not because they are from those families. The first film, probably yes, or maybe not. For someone who doesn't want to use his father's or mother's fame, they can opt not to choose for that. They can find roles for themselves. After first movie or second movie, rest of the career depends on how good you are, how hard you work. The name tag won't help after a point.
Yeah, and we've seen ample examples about this. So it really, and everybody, I think everybody gets their share of good and bad experiences, be it from if you are from a film family or not.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own things that they go through.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own happinesses and sadnesses.
Pressures.
Yeah, the pressures and everything. So the percentage might vary, but everyone has that. When you get a head start, you will get the pressure along with that. When you don't get that head start, you don't have pressure. First movie, you'll even get a consideration. Oh, he's a newcomer. He's from a non-film background. We might even get that. I'm not sure, but you might even get that consideration in your first movie. But if you are from a film background, first movie itself, you have to give this national award-winning performance, or else you'll be judged.
Scrutiny is very bad, I think. Yeah. You know, on a slightly different note, Tovino, you've spoken about the recent, the Hema Committee Report. I think this is for women actors across the board, across industries. It's a watershed moment, because now at least there is this optimism that, if something, God forbid happens, there will be action that will be taken. And this is a question that's more often than not asked to women, that what does this mean to you? As a male actor, what do you think is, how important was this, and how much do you think one needs to talk about it?
I don't find the generalization very, positive, but it's like, it doesn't happen only in Malayalam industry, or it doesn't happen only in film industries. It happens everywhere. All workplaces, or we are not even talking just about India. All over the world, people go through this same thing. So, Hema Commission or commissions like that, also it will solve a lot of problems, not in one single day, but it will be a beginning of that. Like, people who has done terrible things to other people, they should be punished. No question in that. That's a very basic thing. That will happen. More than that, I'm expecting a change in the mindsets of the people.
Yeah.
Hereafter, nobody will dare to do that again.
True.
Whatever happened, it should be taken care of. We also need to make sure that this will never happen again. So, such commissions, such committees, it will help to bring that change. But I think it's accelerating that change. I think society itself has its own way of correcting itself. I have been observing, and society is correcting itself. But movements like this will definitely accelerate it. And another question I had was, so they say film industry is a male-dominated industry, and the news comes out, the complaint comes out, to where? To this male-dominated society. So it should not just stay in the news for 2 days and then it should not be forgotten. Instead, this should bring that change in which women, children or men, they should be safe at any workplace they are. So I think this kind of scrutiny should happen in every workplace.
Yeah.
All over the world.
Do you think it's a good start? Like, this committee?
I mean, it's very, very unfortunate that it took so long. It took all these bad experiences to make it happen, because it's very, very heartbreaking to hear about. But people taking a stand for themselves is definitely great, because that their bravery, and they have every right to be honest and to take a stand for themselves. And I think that awareness will bring change.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we don't have time, but I would want to end this on a very positive note. I think this year has been great for the Malayalam film industry in particular. And it has set a precedent in a very interesting way, where the films that have really worked well, be it your Avisham or your Brahma Yugam, there was The Goat Life, which of course had Prithviraj.
Premalu,
there was Manjumal Boys.
Manjumal Boys, yes.
Yes. It shows that we don't really need a star, right, for a film to work. It's content and only good content. So, while on one side I understand the box office performance really matters, and it has sort of...
Yeah, money is involved. The producer is spending money. He should not go bankrupt.
Of
He
course.
should not lose his money. So
Then how do we keep making films?
Yeah.
So that is great, I think. On the other hand, we also have, let's say, somebody of the stature of a Mammootty. He's playing a gay character in Kathal the Core. Tell me, how inspiring are these things as actors?
So I'm an 89 born. When I was born, Mammootty and Mohanlal, they were already superstars and great actors. And I came into the industry in 2012. Okay, the same. They are superstars and the great actors.
Yeah.
Now I've been in this industry for 12 years and still they are on the top. They are the best actors. They are the best superstars. So that's very inspiring. I don't want to be like them, but I feel like I should try and be my best when I see these two pillars of Malayalam industry staying the same.
Absolutely. Is there anybody who really inspires you? Somebody's journey? Some senior actor maybe? Female actor?
It'll sound very boring, but I think after I became an actor, I could never pick really one person, even though I did grow up watching Madhuri ma'am and Sridevi ma'am. And I really, really loved them as performers. I think they are magical. And even today you have Alia Bhatt, and they are wonderful performers. But I think I find all of them very, very inspiring, because only after I did my first film, I realized what the job of an actor is not just
easy.
glamorous. True. And it's not luxurious, and that how much hard work really goes into it. And not just actors, like anybody, be it the technicians, the heroes, the crew, the cinematographers, directors, everybody. I mean, I found it extremely inspiring, because to make a 3-hour or 2.5-hour film, people work for hundreds of days, for endless hours, and everybody, comes together, unites for even one day to happen and go smoothly. So that when I saw all that, I think I became a little more biased to films. After watching films, I'm not extreme. I don't criticize films very quickly because I can see even if the film doesn't do very well at the box office, there is still hard work which has gone into making it. So after I understood that I could never, criticize
Yeah.
anything, and everything inspired me to work harder.
How beautiful. On that note, thank you so much to both of you. All the very best for ARM. I'm also looking forward to hopefully Minnal Murali Part 2. as is the whole
Basil is busy acting, so.
Oh, yeah. But great.
And he was in our film also.
Yeah, he's acting in this movie.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's so cool.
And right now he's acting in a movie which is being produced by me.
Wow, that's beautiful. But thank you so much. All the best to both of you. More power to you.
Thank you so much.
Hi, this is Krithi Shetty.
Hi, this is Tovino Thomas, and you're watching us on News 18.